I'm Ian, this is HubNut, and this is a channel dedicated to more affordable forms of motoring. So what are we doing with a 4-year-old electric car exactly? Well, I'll tell you, this is a Kia E Nero, and I think it represents a very affordable way of electric motoring, because you can buy one of these for kind of Dacia Spring money. So a brand new Dacia Spring, it's kind of listed sort of around 15 to 17,000 pounds. You can probably pick one up just over 10. But you could buy one of these for that. The owner paid £17,000 for this back in June. It's quite a low mileage, full history example, but they're already getting down to the similar sort of money, sort of just over £10,000. And if you can charge at home, that means you can run one of these very, very cheaply indeed. So let's just drink it in. It is the Kia E Nero. You can also get a hybrid version if you aren't quite ready to make the full leap to electric yet. They do a plug-in and a non-plug-in hybrid version as well, with a 1.6 petrol engine and a little electric motor. This has got a battery pack of 64 kilowatt hours, which is good enough for a range probably over 250 miles, maybe a little less in winter time. Being realistic, it's a claim range of 284 miles. But I mean, it's no oil painting, but I think it's a smart enough car. It is an SUV, but I don't think it's offensively so. And there's some details I really like the rear lights. I quite like proper traditional clusters, a slightly older design. But look at this, I found something that is so delicious a design feature. And it's the rear wiper. The rear wiper has this brush hidden under it. And why does it have a brush? To clean the reversing camera. That is a brilliant idea. I've never seen that, and I just think that's absolutely lovely. So there we go. It is the eco-electric version. It's given away by the blue highlighting here and there. But yeah, nice big lamp clusters. The side windows aren't too bad for a more modern design. And yeah, I think it is not unattractive. Just perhaps there's nothing to shout about. Another giveaway that it's fully electric is the blanked out grille with the charging port. You probably have to press a button to open that, because I've got it running at the moment to run the aircon. That's probably what that's all about. But yeah, it looks nice enough on the outside. Should we have a peek at what's actually under the bonnet? I'm always curious. There we go. There is the motor and its 1-speed gearbox. Plenty of space around it. All the hugely chunky orange cables are your high voltage cables. So this going from the charge point here into, I presume it's actually the charger on top here with the motor underneath. We've got aircon and all that sort of goodness. A 12-volt battery to power all the 12-volt systems. So in some ways you seem to have more you can do under the bonnet of an electric car than a normal car these days. Moving inside, I've got the aircon running. We've got a sunroof on this top spec 4 Plus model, which I'll leave open just for better light distribution. But yeah, it's quite a nice place to sit. I mean, there's lots of black plastic going on, but I think it's quite a nicely styled dashboard. Down here, we've got the direction selector. It's a rotating knob for drive, neutral, reverse. You press for park, electronic handbrake, and it's got auto hold brakes as well. So when you take your foot off the brake pedal, it will still hide the car. Drive mode, it's currently in eco. You've also got sport and normal as well, I think. Yeah, that's normal, that's sport. And then yeah, we're in eco at the moment. Parking sensors, heated steering wheel, nice feature. Do like that in an electric car. And we've actually got heated and cooled seats. And I can feel that in action. That is really nice, because it's vegan leather, it's fake leather, so you don't want sticky seats. So yeah, being able to cool it, that I like that. That is quite nice. So the sunroof does actually open. It's not a fixed glass. It's not particularly enormous, but or useful possibly. But it's not featured on the 4 model, only on the 4 Plus. So this is your top spec, and for that we've got memory electric seats here on the driver's side, still fully manual on the passenger side, and you also get the biggest battery as part of that spec, and I think there's a few other things as well, but I'll just show you what I'm looking at right now. And we can see the battery has had some use, so it's not at 100%, but we've still got 232 claim miles of range. We'll do some miles and see what that is. So look where we are, 34496 at the moment, and we'll go and do some miles and we'll see where we are. I'm not going to drive in a maniac fashion because you actually find with EVs, or I certainly do, it really smooths out your driving. You really want to eke the economy out of it because it's such a smooth driving experience. You just really want to smooth it out as much as possible, and I have found that driving an EV actually makes me a much better driver. I'll just show you a few other features. So we've got voice activation of some features, stereo controls, phone controls. Over here, how you can go through the menus. At the moment we're showing the energy flow, which is nice, so you can see when the regen's occurring. And to get through the menus, adaptive cruise control, we've got these paddles that adjust the level of regen. So at the moment it's in a fairly light regen mode. I may try and put it in maximum because I like one pedal driving. And yeah, we've got a display over there for the speedo, and I wonder if that's I don't know what that is. We'll find out as we go down the road. There's our memory seats buttons. We've got the VES, whatever VES is, lane departure. Try and turn that one off, I think. Yeah, we don't want that on. We probably do want the traction control on because we've got front wheel drive and powerful torque. And yeah, lots of moto buttons so you can set the charge distance, and all your window controls over here as well. So yeah, I mean, so far so what you'd expect of a more modern car, I think. But the fact you can now get these for what some people would consider an affordable sum, it's not very HubNut affordable, but nonetheless under 20 grand seems to buy you a lot of car. Oh, very fake indicator noise. That display is not flashing, that's just a refresh rate on my phone. Oh, you can set the fan for driver only, so you're not wasting time blasting it everywhere else. USB charge point down here as well as a 12 volt power outlet. Really big cubby here. It's a nice size, lots of space in there for your coins. I think that's meant to be a drink holder. What does that do? Is that a release? I don't know. No idea. And another cubby here with another power outlet, so that's quite handy. Let's see what it's like in the back. The answer is quite pleasant. We've got fresh air vents or aircon vents down here as well. A little bit of cold coming out of those, that's lovely. Speakers in the doors, and your door handle there. We've got a third seat sort of, but yeah, I think better as an armrest and cup holder scenario. It looks a little skinny there for comfort for 5. The back seat is quite squashy, which is quite nice, but yeah, I'm comfortable here. This is a nice place to sit, and the windows a good size, and oh, I've got heated seats as well, not cooled in the back though. And make the window go all the way down. Oh yeah, quite a good opening, so that's a good amount of ventilation should you feel the need. Moving on to boot space, and it's okay, it's not bad. I've got my backpack over there. Under the back here there's room for the charge cable, and actually you could take all this out for even more space. There is more space under there for even more secret storage. No spare wheel, only a can of foam, and more speakers. Is it a nice big sub in the back? Ooh, is there a boot? I was just wondering if there's a power outlet in the boot, but I can't see one. It's got a little light there, and then obviously the rear seats fold down as well for extra storage space, so that makes it quite a bit more useful. So obviously being able to charge at home makes a massive difference to the EV experience. I have personally found that if you're having to use public chargers, and the prices can vary dramatically, they can be more akin to driving a normal diesel engine car, so there is no cost saving. But if you can charge at home, and he reckons he can charge this for as little as £3.50. Obviously that's not naught to full, that is kind of a typical charge, is about £3.50 to go 100 miles. So that is a huge saving, but not all of us are in a position to be able to do that. So we're going to drive. I can hear it making a soft noise on the outside to warn people that we're moving, and we're away. We'll do the important wiper test. Good overlap, no triangular doom. I'd expect nothing less from the Koreans. They're pretty strong on their wiper game. And this is what's so good about EVs. This is what I like. Listen to how quiet it is. And you just build up your speed effortlessly. So foot down a bit more now. We're still in eco mode and I'm not pressing on the pedal particularly hard. We've already caught up the car in front. We're doing 53 miles an hour. And yeah, it feels very nice. I think that's battery temperature, perhaps, is the ring around the speedometer. So I think these cars represent a good way of experimenting with EV ownership. Oh, blimey, an FJ Cruiser. Unexpected sight. Sorry I couldn't get you a better angle. Because compared to buying a brand new car, you still get a warranty period on these. They've got a 7-year, 100,000 mile warranty. So if you can find one with low miles, and you know, a lot of EVs don't actually do many miles. They're bought by people who park them on the driveway and don't use them fairly often. Yeah, there's big savings to be had potentially. Now I will say my personal concern would be what happens to the prices when that 7-year warranty expires. And it's also worth noting that the advice from Kia is that if you haven't had servicing done on time and with the correct parts, it may impact your luck when it comes to making a claim. So there's lots of EVs out there that haven't had the appropriate servicing because people think, oh, well, it hasn't got an engine, so it doesn't need servicing. That is not correct. There are still fluids that need checking. There are still brake parts that might wear out, suspension parts. So servicing is still something you have to do. It should just cost less because you're not having to do engine oil changes, possibly transmission every now and then. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens. And obviously, as EVs are getting older now, we're starting to see what effect it has on the battery. This one's done almost 35,000 miles, and I don't think it's got very much at all in the way of battery degradation yet. It'll be 5 years old next month. No, sorry, it'll be 4 years old next month. But while people like to claim that batteries just die randomly and cost tens of thousands of pounds to replace, the reality is not necessarily so. Already we're starting to get cottage industries sort of popping up who can rebuild battery packs, and that's very useful to know. I'm now going downhill. Oh, that's quite strong regen actually. I wonder if I'm in a stronger regen mode than I thought. That means if I lift off entirely, the car just wants to stop. But you're just trying to find the balance. So I've got a slight bit of regen going on. I've got light pressure on the throttle pedal, accelerator pedal rather. There's nothing being throttled here. And we're just getting one tiny little bit of regen. Not very much at all. We're getting on for one, whatever the unit of one is. Is that a kilowatt hour maybe? Yeah, that's a full one. And that's what I like. Going downhill is not wasteful in an EV. The regen means you're putting juice back into the battery again. That's great. You're not just generating waste heat. But it's certainly very competent to drive. Nice big door mirrors. It's got blind spot assist as well, where it will flash up a warning if there's someone alongside you. Some people are like that and some people definitely won't. And yes, if you're doing strong regen, it will put the brake lights on the car. So we'll go left up the big hill towards Pennant, where we took the Renault Grand Modus recently. We shall hope this van moves out the way a bit. Yeah, lovely stopping there, mate. Well done. And we're going up a really steep hill. What happens if I boot it? Oh! 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 That's, given we're going uphill, that is quite strong. I shall publish here the 0 to 60 time. But yeah, that is that's battered the. We're taking about 4 miles off the range with that acceleration alone. It probably thinks, oh god, this is a heavy-footed person. They're going to be driving like that constantly. I am not. We will be smoothing it out again. But this is why people who try EVs fall in love with them. Some do have problems with the charging and fall out of love with EVs for that reason, but the driving experience is just lovely. I mean, I'm a petrol head, I like my engines, but I love EVs so much. I'm very, very keen to own one, but the lack of home charging is still a barrier at the moment, as it is for a great many people. Whereas the owner of this, he's got solar panels at home, so he can literally charge his car with the power of the sun. A lot of people ask why EVs don't have solar panels, and it's just economics. The solar panel would have to be enormous to put any meaningful range into the car. I've got a solar power bank at the moment. That's got quite a large solar panel. The maximum that can put in is 200 watts. How much range is that really giving you? Potentially not very much. The owner reckons he's getting about 5 miles per kilowatt hour out of this, which I would say is very good. But he does say some of the driver assists are quite annoying. It's obviously got lane departure and all that nonsense. And he says, yeah, turn that off quite often. And then the powers that be wonder why people are turning all these things off. And it's because they're rubbish. You're driving down a road like this, we've got white lines at the side. You're sometimes getting a bit close because someone might be coming the other way. You don't want the car trying to steer itself for you. It's lunacy. Just foot off the throttle, we are slowing down to the speed limit here of 30 miles an hour. And yeah, it's just really, really nice. So I'll tell you what though, I mean, the owner paying 17 grand for this, it feels like new. It feels absolutely untouched in here. Lovely condition on the outside as well. He did say he'd looked at some of the car supermarket places and found cars were definitely lacking in terms of condition, but this is really nice. And just imagine what a saving that is over a brand new EV. Yes, a brand new EV, you might get the government grant, you might get a bit of money off, but you're still going to be paying over £30,000 for something of equivalent range and spec, I think. So buying one at 4 years old, still got 3 years of warranty left. That seems very sensible. Just to take you through some key stats of the drive today. I have averaged 4.2 miles per kilowatt hour in hilly Wales, which is not bad going. The overall average, I think, well, obviously over 741 miles. I think the owner may have done more than that, maybe not, but has averaged 4.9 miles per kilowatt hours, which I think is quite impressive for what is a big lump of car weighing 2 tons. And the drive for me so far, look, there you go, 25 miles, 4.2 miles per kilowatt hour. I've been driving for an hour and a half, and we've put more miles on, but actually the mileage count hasn't gone down very far. We're still on 207 miles, so I think that's pretty impressive. So obviously I'm doing driving that's now a bit more respectful, but actually look at my driving stats. I don't know if that's for this journey or overall, but I've been driving economically 87% of the time, normal 13. I haven't driven dynamic at all. Do I need to try harder? I think I'm going to put it in, there we go, sport mode, dynamic, and we'll see what that feels like. In sport mode, we're in a 20. We're going to be going uphill again, and this will batter the range, I'm sure. Already the throttle pedal feels a lot more responsive. Whether it unleashes extra power, I don't know. Holy cow, that is quite torque steery. Whee, whoa, whoa, whoops. Slow down, slow down. Yeah, that is potent. As a reminder, these EVs really do pack a bit of punch. I think we'll go back to eco mode. Oh yeah, now I have to press harder to be able to maintain the same speed. Well, there we go. That is a very likeable drive. I've just had a good bomb around the hills. What did we do mileage wise? Well, we've covered 19 miles and the range has gone down by 21 miles. So I don't think that's too bad at all. Because the hills of mid Wales are not exactly perfect territory. Has some very steep climbs, and while you do get some energy back on the regen going down the other side, you never get back as much as you've put in. It uses more to go up the hill than it does coming back down, but you can regenerate. So I don't think that's too bad at all, and I think that means the mileage calculations must be pretty accurate. Obviously there's always the caveat. It's all well and good, you know, we're down to what, 3/4 of the battery, 211 miles of range. It's unlikely you're going to drive 211 miles before putting electricity in. But you know, still that's probably a good 200 miles of range, and we're not full. So I think that's a useful amount. For the vast majority of your needs, that is plenty. I look forward to the comments of people telling me how it's unsuitable for them because they like to do 600 miles a day without stopping. But the reality is most people aren't doing that. Lots of cars are used for fairly short journeys, and in this case you haven't got an engine to worry about getting up to temperature, you haven't got a DPF, you haven't got EGR, none of that nonsense. It's just ultimately an electric motor and a controller. So should be okay. Big should, but it's still got a warranty, so there's that to enjoy as well. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this one. It's a really nice car to drive. It's nice to drive a used EV rather than brand new ones, but we've got at least 2 brand new EV tests coming up. Looking forward to tests on the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and the little Insta, their new little Dacia Spring rival. Those tests will be coming in the next sort of few months, I should think. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. I really have. And it's because the electric driving experience is so good. It's perfect around here. I put it in a high regen mode so I can control my pace almost exclusively with the throttle pedal. It's like having really strong engine braking. So you can come barreling into the corner, ease off, you get the regen to slow you down, back on the power going round, no waiting for a gear change or anything. It's just instant torque. Very, very delightful. So I hope you've enjoyed that, something a bit different here on HubNut, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video, whether petrol or electric powered. Thanks, Laurie. Bye. Incidentally, isn't it amazing how far Kia has come? You think in the early 90s, Kia came to the UK market with the Pride, which was basically a Ford Festiva or a Mazda 121 rebadged and built in South Korea. And now they're building cars that genuinely lead the market. Some turnaround.